Hello, my boxing fanatic friends. Let's talk about year 2023 in the boxing terms. Was it good or was it bad? So let's dive all into it. So yeah, guys, let's dive into this. The biggest fights as the good fights go. Gervonta Davis, because he's my go-to, and Ryan Garcia, the biggest fight in the boxing, the most pay-per-view. Both guys very entertaining fights, good fights. And then again, beat another side, two guys who are holding the highest pinnacle in the boxing, the most belts and everything. The Bud Crawford versus the Truth, Errol Spence. Yeah, again, I think this fight would be different with different outcome because I don't see Errol Spence being the same after the accident, but it is what it is. I still think he's a top dog. He still is hanging in there. He's just not as good. But yeah, so let's move on. Let's move on to the next one. What we have our favorite Mexican bully, no one else than Canelo Alvarez. Only this time he tried again, and what can I say? Every single time he got sent to school by much bigger, very good boxer, and he was unable to bully Bivol. And he's, I don't know, plans of taking a rematch. I think it's a bit kind of fiction if he doesn't want the same thing to happen again. So yeah, well, we're gonna see. It's a bit sad to see him stepping up to light heavyweight. He shouldn't be there, you know. He's really fighting uphill battle, and he wants to fight someone really good at light heavyweight. I think he's gonna suffer the consequences. There's limitations and there's weight classes in boxing. But let's dive into best of the best, yeah, boxers. Jake Paul. No one can beat this guy, Jake Paul, except Tommy Fury. I mean, it was a close fight again. The size of the skill-wise, was it a good? From the boxing perspective, were they good boxers? They're boxers, don't get me wrong, they're boxers, you know, just not high-level boxers. But they're still boxers, I would consider them boxers. And they brought in pay-per-view. They brought in very, very good pay-per-view, which again I'm gonna speak about a little bit later, which is kind of a bit shocking regarding other divisions and other boxers. But yeah, they had a good fight. They brought in the pay-per-view. They made the cheese. And yeah, that was one of the biggest fights of the year. So let's dive into like the rankings. You know, how has the heavyweight division matured over this past last year? So yeah, guys, I want to give BoxRec rankings. And let's go through them because they're a bit... Usyk number 1, AJ number 2. Don't know why AJ is number 2. Parker number 3, so Parker is ranking better than Fury. Again, I don't know why. Fury number 4, okay. Should be higher ranked. Daniel Dubois number 5. Why is Daniel Dubois even here? He beat Pharmacy Miller, but Pharmacy Miller has never beaten anyone of importance, okay. He couldn't even beat a drug test. Yeah, so Daniel Dubois, I don't think he should even be in 10 rankings. Kabiel, big win. He could be at the bottom of the list, but could be there. Zhilei Zhang should be maybe somewhere middle. Joe Joyce, I would say, should be at the bottom. Filip Hrgovic at 9, maybe 10. I mean, the only big win for Hrgovic was against Zhilei Zhang, and that was a gift. And what we have then, Derek Chisora, why is he on the list? So yeah, it's a bit, the list for BoxRec is a bit, There's better boxers who could be on the list. But then again, let's take a look at Ring Magazine, because I think Ring Magazine makes a bit more sense somehow. So yeah, before I jump on the Ring Magazine, these are heavyweight rankings, and when people are saying, oh, why it's all about the heavyweights in the boxing, it's like you need to go pound for pound. Completely different rankings. Here, champion, they rank a little bit different. The champion, Usyk the best, Fury number 1, AJ number 2, fair point, I could say AJ number 2, Zhilei Zhang number 3. Joseph Parker, number 4, coming off from massive win over Deontay Wilder, restating my belief that he did deserve to hold WBO belt. Yeah, I think this was the best performance of his career. Yeah, I think it was very, very good fight, and no matter what anyone is saying, I think Wilder was there. I think Wilder was for 100 in the fight, it's just Parker put it down, and I'm very impressed with the Parker's performance. I really did not see this coming, but yeah, it was a very entertaining fight. So yeah. And number 5, the gift, Filip Hrgović. Why the gift? Because, well, he got gifted not only this ranking, but he got gifted the decision over Zhilei Zhang, where he did not deserve to win. And honestly, everything here just writes on that he has beaten Zhilei Zhang, which he didn't. So, well, I mean, people hope he gonna be the future prospect and he gonna be carrying the division. But yeah, I mean, he looked very good against. So yeah, he did look good against Dempsey McCain, and I mean the fight against Mark Demori was like. I mean, we know what happened before when Mark Demori fought against David Haye and get knocked out with a jab. I think it was in round number 1. So again, who Filip Hrgović has actually beaten besides Zhilei Zhang, because that's literally all his resume. So yeah, next guy we have Frank Sanchez, and his biggest accomplishment is Efek Jagba. It was good fight and he dominated that fight. Then he had last fight, Junior Fa, decent win, and Christian Hammer again, 10 round beatdown, pretty one-sided. Let's be honest, that was pretty one-sided. So I think he should honestly be ranked better than Filip Hrgović. He deserves to be higher than that. Maybe he could be like, bottom of top 10, because remember guys, this is like the top very, very best heavyweights. There's many guys who are not on the list, Martin Bakole is not on the list for some reason. Our second most favorite Mexican is not on the list, Andy Ruiz Jr., he's not here. But yeah, so overall, okay, Jared Anderson, again, I would say he's a bit more than a prospect than Frank Sanchez. Should he be on the list? I don't think so. For me, that's a bit like, it's a bit of the stretch. Jojo is dropping down. He may be on the bottom of the list. Deontay Wilder, definitely he should be on the list. Even though he is coming off from defeat, he's been a massive winning streak. And AJ Cabello, he has an amazing victory over Makhmudov. So he has 2 victories. One is over Derek Chisora, and the last one is over Makhmudov, and I think he could be on the list. Both these fighters have good resumes. He has beaten 2 good fighters, so the next fight could be a very big one. But yeah, overall, mostly agree with the rankings. They could change a little bit. Yeah, that's just like my opinions. But the question is right here, and it's still open. Was this good year for boxing overall? And well, let's look at the numbers. What numbers can we compare? And guys, remember, boxing is prize fighting. So let's compare the numbers we have, which is pay-per-view numbers. Okay, guys, I don't want even to point out the first 4 places have been taken by Floyd Mayweather. Okay, and he's number 9 too. And number 10, which is the lowest entry with 1.65 million pay-per-view buys, is Mike Tyson when he was retired against Roy Jones Jr. Okay, can we beat this? Did we come even close in this year? Let's take a look. And here we go. Here we have the biggest fight was Gervonta Davis with Ryan Garcia. Ryan Garcia was pulling in around 800,000 views pay-per-view buys, because that's about the number he pulls in. Because Gervonta pulls around 300,000 per fight. And there was the article. And the second place, guys, this was Jake Paul, which is YouTube boxer. Let's call him YouTube boxer. And Tommy Fury, who's celebrity boxer, let's call him like that, gets 800,000. Guys, this was the second highest pay-per-view in 2023. In simple terms, was this a good year for boxing? No, God! Yes, people. Boxing is going down the drain a big time. And yeah, with all my heart, I hope that 2024 will gonna be much better than the previous year, because pay-per-view numbers reflect the popularity of the boxing, and yeah, it's not good. So anyway, guys, there's more videos coming up, as there's some good fights coming up. Maybe not popular, but still good. So smash the subscribe, hit the like button. Until next time, Mr. Zas out.